somebody who hurts people is actually joining us today. I'm talking none other than AEW star MVP. Thank you so much for being here.
The pleasure is all yours, Manny.
I know you've been here to Fresno a couple times.
Yeah, a couple dozen.
Tell me, what do you love about Fresno crowd?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't care about Fresno, not one bit. There's nothing I like about Fresno. As a matter of fact, the only good thing about Fresno is that it's close to LA. That's my favorite thing about Fresno. I don't care about Fresno. I don't like people in Fresno. I don't like the weather in Fresno. But, you know what I do like? I do like the Save Mart Center because I have kicked a lot of ass in that building. And if you, as a fan that are watching this, want to see some of the best wrestling on the planet, Save Mart Center, tomorrow night, 5 p.m. live, AEW Dynamite. Go, watch, buy some tickets, treat yourself, because you get Collision for free. You know, essentially, you're getting 2 shows for the price of 1. And if you decide that you don't want to go, I got 2 friends that I hang out with that they might hurt you.
You know, talking about that, I'm really happy that you guys are able to bring the Hurt Syndicate, because I feel like you guys had so much more to give. How great has it been to be able to work with Sheldon and Bobby and to, you know, just continue to tell good stories?
I tell people all the time, man, I've got the best job in the world. My friends beat people up, and I talk about it. I can't, you know, like Sheldon and Bobby are legitimately 2 of my closest friends. We're like brothers. We're business partners. So, like, I just get to make a whole lot of money hanging out with my friends. Like, well, what better job could you possibly have? You get paid a lot to just hang out with your friends. So it's been awesome that we've been able to keep the story going, so to speak. And AEW has been a great experience for us. You know, Tony Khan's a great guy to work for, and we're having a really good time.
You guys had a great 2025. What can we expect from you guys in 2026?
See, if I tell you, then you'll know what to expect. And we don't get down like that, man. You know, just know that the Hurt Syndicate is not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, Shelton and I signed contract extensions not that long ago. So we'll be around kicking ass and not even bothering to take names for some time to come. In terms of what we'll be doing, we'll just keep it simple. We will continue to hurt people.
And we love watching it. We absolutely do. Now, this is a really big show because you guys are coming right out of AEW Revolution, which was insane.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Insane.
Yeah.
But you know what else is going to be insane? Check this out. Darby Allin is facing Gabe Kidd at the Save Mart Center in a coffin match for Dynamite. Now, when you want to talk about insane, who is more insane than Darby Allin? Like, if you think about it, Darby Allin has absolutely no regard for his well-being. So that means he cares even less about his opponent's well-being. I mean, this is a kid that is summited Mount Everest. Like, you can't put anything past him. You can't take anything from him. Gabe Kidd, he's got his work cut out for him. So, I mean, if I'm a wrestling fan and I live in the greater Fresno area, I want to see this coffin match with Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd. Not to mention, you're talking about crazy things. You saw the pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. Marina Shafir, Tony Storm. They got a match. And Marina Shafir has friends.
Yes, he does.
And we saw one of her friends recently show up to give Tony Storm a hard time. I'm not saying that Ronda Rousey is going to be at the Save Mart Center tomorrow night, but, I mean, her and Marina Shafir are good friends. Tony Storm and Marina Shafir got another match. Anything could happen at AEW.
I know, they're going to run it back, and Fresno has been a special place. Mikey Speedball debuted in Fresno last year on AEW, so that's great. So, yeah, it's going to be such an amazing show. It always is. You guys have the most diverse group of wrestlers from so many different backgrounds and many different just styles of wrestling.
Yeah, the styles.
There's something there for everyone. So, for you, in your time in AEW, what has been, your favorite part of being part of that talent?
It's twofold. One, of course, being reunited with my brothers and being given an opportunity for us to continue doing what we do better than anyone on the planet. The other part, though, has been taking on more of a mentor role and seeing some of the younger guys, men and women, who have seen the success that me and Sheldon and Bobby have had. And, they come to us sometimes and they ask us for insight, for our opinion. I don't volunteer it. But if they come to me and ask, hey, how can I make this promo better? How can I make this match better? Being able to mentor some of the younger talent and pass along the lessons that I've learned from the greats through the years that I've had the opportunity to work with, that's been a really cool, kind of corny, cheesy, fulfilling part of things, passing it on to the younger talent.
Would you mind sharing something that you find yourself often sharing with some of the younger talent?
Yes, I would mind. But since you asked so nicely, well, without getting too technical, just one of the things that I try to stress to them all the time is to live in the moment. Enjoy this, because you're 25 today, you're 40 tomorrow. It goes by so quick. So while you're in the moment, enjoy it. And something that I used to do all the time when I wrestled more. I'm not retired yet. Let me make sure you guys know that. I haven't officially hung the boots up yet, but something I always enjoyed when I was in the ring during the match is just to take a moment and just breathe. Just look around at all these people that are cheering or booing. Look at your opponent, look at the lights, and just take that moment and live in that moment. Appreciate that moment like, oh, I've got the best job in the world, Don't get too ahead of yourself, because you got to think, if it's your dream to be a professional wrestler and you have achieved your dream of wrestling, making a living in front of, people all around the world, don't get too far past that, because your worst day in wrestling is better than your best day, sitting behind a desk punching a time clock, So just be mindful. Look at what you've got, see where you're at. You worked so hard to get here. Now enjoy this. Don't mess that up.
Kind of following up on that, one of my favorite things to talk about with talent, with wrestlers, I remember sitting ringside recently at an event and just feeling overwhelmed by the energy that comes from, an electric crowd.
Yeah.
What is it like for you to stand in the center of a ring and have thousands of eyes on you with all that energy directed at you?
It's exhilarating. It's and it's overwhelming for people who aren't prepared for it. And that's something else I tell young talent. Be careful what you wish for. Because you want to be in the public eye, there's a lot of pressure that comes with that. And as you said, standing in the center of the ring with a microphone in your hand or wrestling on live television, no safety net, you're out there by yourself. If you mess up, it's on you, and hopefully the people that you're working with are talented enough to help keep things moving. But to stand in the middle of a wrestling ring, knowing that there are people all around the world watching, thousands in attendance, and I'm in total control, especially when I have the microphone, because I know I can make these people boo, I can make these people cheer, I can make them love me, I can make them hate me. I am a puppeteer, and the crowd around me, they're my marionettes. I'm working them, and then there's few things in life that are more rewarding than being the puppet master of thousands of people in attendance.
Would you say that getting cheered is almost to the same level of getting boos?
I tell people all the time, boos are my cheers. If I'm doing my job right, I'm getting booed. But the problem is, if you're really, really good at being bad, then people love you.
Yeah.
I mean, think about who doesn't love Darth Vader. If you're a good, and wrestling fans, some of them are kind of smart, so they figure out that, wait a minute. I have people come up to me all the time and tell me, oh, MVP, man, I watched you when I was a kid. I hated you I hated you so much. And then as I got older, I realized, oh, damn, he's good at his job, And, that's the game, If I'm doing it right, I'm being booed. And if I get enough boos, eventually those boos turn to cheers just because you're good at being bad.
That really leads me to my final question, and really a selfish question, is what are some keys to having a great promo, to going out there and being able to deliver, those lines? What tips can you give me?
Well, first and foremost, you have to have presence. You have to be able to hold the stage or hold the ring. And, the fans, they feel it. They know, like you said, that energy. They feel it. And, they can sense, almost like rabid animals. They can sense if you're scared or if you're nervous. And, depending on what city you're in, fans are very forgiving in, lots of places. But a wise man once said to me that a promo is a match is a promo. You need to have a beginning, a middle, and you need to have a strong ending. So if you're going to go out there and you're going to address a bunch of people, you need to have a good opening, a solid body, and a strong finish to take things home. And if you can do that, then you're probably going to be all right. But I mean, let's just be real. This is me talking. So most people are going to fail miserably, because for me, it's a walk in the park. It's what I do. I step out there in the ring. It's like me being in my office. I put my feet up on the desk. I know where the pencil sharpener is, and I bask in that warmth of hostility. I love it. But most people, they wouldn't do very well. So that's why I say, be a fan. Buy some tickets, sit in the audience, boo who you want to boo, cheer who you want to cheer, but enjoy AEW Dynamite. 5 p.m. We go live at the Save Mart Center here in the not-so-beautiful Fresno.
Thank you so much. That was the last thing I was going to ask you to do.
I know it was, because I had nothing else for you. I got to go now. The pleasure was all yours.
Thank you so much.